Good evening to you. This is Vivian Fabian bringing you another web book. I received a couple of scrapbooks, beautiful scrapbooks from various vintage shops, and decided to put some of my collections in there to attractively display them. I've been doing some web book readings, which are some readings of some portfolios of some of the work I've done, usually more standard traditional portfolios. But since I finished this particular book, I thought I'd show it to you to get a different idea what would happen if I indulged in a little bit of scrapbooking to showcase my artwork. I dedicated this particular book to some of the more striking images from my purple card series here. And this web book is 986. I'm naming the web books right now, for want of a better name, of the date that I'm reading them. So the scrapbook that I'm reading that I'm creating a web book on it, a reading on air, is 2019 August 6th. So the book is 986. So I thought the problem with this particular book, it's 9 by 9 inches, and I didn't know exactly what I wanted to put in it completely. A 4 by 6 image I thought would be lost. 7 by 5 might be appropriate, but I don't have that many. So I started, instead of, as I usually do, looking for sizes, because many of my photographic images are in photography books and they go by 4 by 6, 5 by 7, etc. I decided to go into one of my collections of work, which was actually based on a series of beautiful cards I got of a lovely purplish rose color that you see in the background of this particular one, with the little girl and the dog. And I took some of the I had some of them that I made bigger, so it would fit, I thought it would fit pretty nicely into this particular format. The first thing I did was put it in just the basic scrapbook, and I found that the card was lost. It was basically a scrapbook that used white paper, and I felt that it did not show the card to the work to its best advantage. I had an idea to use. I had collected some different color wallpapers, as you see here, and I thought this might be a very good idea to incorporate into the scrapbook, to create more of a striking background, so you could get a general idea how these particular works could look if they were placed in a proper frame. One of the first things that happened was that when I put them, I backed the picture with one of these wallpapers like here, all of a sudden I noticed that on the other side it would be white. The white was very startling, and I found very abrasive. So I added another section of this wallpaper over here. Another problem was to decide what color or pattern would fit with the works. Would I put it in, match it to the work itself, or would I keep the color combinations of the album itself, which is these? I decided to combine the two ideas and look for something pretty much in those colors that would work with the images that I had selected for this particular scrapbook. After a while, it was hard to choose. I have a lot of busy patterns. I had a difficult time choosing it. I was kept on looking at the book, the colors, the paper over and over and again, and sometimes I would get stuck in just one color or one idea. Another time I would be completely torn about what I should choose. So anyways, this is what I ended up with. There's actually not really a particular topic matter I decided on. I was actually looking, at the time I was depapering, and I was getting rid of mostly all of the images that all the magazine pictures and multimedia images that I had, and putting them online. That was a hard time, so I decided to instead to see if I could salvage some of the works, and take some of the nicer, more striking images, parts and parcels of the magazines and the multimedia promotional material I had, and back them and make a collage idea of them, which is what I did, which is what you see here. Mostly they tend to the works tend to focus mostly on people. There are some animals. You have, like I said, I did not have in my mind any particular idea of what I wanted when I made the card series. So sometimes I would incorporate, like over here and almost at the very beginning, images that I had from some photographs I took. This particular gentleman here, I took from an image I had clipped out of from YouTube. And this lantern was this particular lamp was what was taken from one of my photographs that I took actually around the center city. So I didn't have to, nothing was written in blood. I didn't have to just stick to the magazine paper or to the promotional materials, which involved programs from different shows I went to of various kinds, galleries and art shows, vernissages, and performances of all different sorts, fashion magazines, magazines I was given if I dropped into a store or something like that. And then I had a selection of greeting cards as well. So I hope you liked my little webbook reading. This was actually book 986. This is Kathy Vivian Fabian speaking to you from the Rose Studio of the Valuable Gallery, which is my ad hoc exhibition space. I wish you a good evening, and I'll speak to you soon.